The loyal dog. Loyalty is worth more than money. The narrow alley lay deep inside a poor working-class neighborhood, where the streetlights were always dim and the walls carried the faded colors of time. People here didn't live on dreams, they lived day by day, just trying to survive. At the very end of that alley stood a tiny house, so small that anyone entering had to lower their head to avoid the rusted tin roof. That house belonged to a man named Hung. Hung wasn't special. He had no money, no family by his side. No one waiting for him at the end of the day, except for one thing, a dog. His name was Muck. Muck wasn't a beautiful dog. His fur was black but uneven, patches thick and patches thin. One ear drooped lower than the other. His body was skinny, but his eyes were bright. Strangely bright, as if he understood more than he should. People in the alley often said, "That dog looks pitiful and ugly." But to Hung, Muck was the only thing that made his house feel less empty. Hung found Muck on a rainy day. It wasn't just rain, it was a storm that poured down as if trying to wash everything away. Trash floated through the alley. Mud clung to every step. Hung was walking home, soaked, exhausted, thinking only about the little food he had left. Then he heard it, a sound, faint, weak, almost drowned by the rain. He stopped, listened, a soft whimper. Under an old motorbike, a tiny puppy was curled up, trembling, soaked to the bone. Its small body shivered uncontrollably. Its eyes looked up at Hung, not barking, not running, just looking. Hung sighed, another mouth to feed. He turned away, took a few steps, then stopped. He wasn't a good man, but he wasn't cold enough either. Hung turned back, bent down, picked the puppy up. It was so light, it felt like it could disappear at any moment. "Fine, come with me." From that moment on, two lonely lives became one. In the beginning, Muck was weak. He ate little, slept often. Hung didn't have money for proper food, just leftover rice, sometimes dried fish, but he always shared. "Eat," Hung would say, pushing the bowl toward him. Muck never ate first. He always looked at Hung, waiting. Only when Hung started eating did Muck follow a small habit, but one that never changed. Time passed. Muck grew, not big, not strong, but enough to follow Hung everywhere. Hung worked any job he could find. Construction helper, loader, delivery, anything, no matter what. He never left Muck. At night, the small house trapped heat under its metal roof. Hung lay on a thin mat. Muck lay beside him. No words, just presence. One day, someone said, "Why keep that dog? Sell it too, get money." Hung smiled. "It doesn't leave me." Then one day, life pushed Hung to the bottom. The construction site shut down. No warning, no compensation, just one sentence, no more work. Hung lost his job. Day 1, he stayed calm. Day 3, he worried. Day 7, he felt hopeless. Money ran out. Rice ran out. The house became quieter. One evening, Hung looked into the pot. Just a little leftover rice. He split it in half, put one part in front of Muck. Eat. Muck didn't eat. He pushed the bowl back. Hung smiled faintly. Eat. I'm fine. The days that followed were worse. Hung grew weaker. One afternoon, he sat by the roadside, too tired to move. Muck stood beside him. Didn't leave. He looked around, then ran off. A while later, he came back. In his mouth, a piece of bread, old but still edible. He placed it in front of Hung. Hung froze. Where did you get this? From that day on, Muck went farther, searching for food, bringing it back. Sometimes he was chased, sometimes beaten, sometimes returned wounded, but he always came back, always brought something. For Hung, one day, a luxury car stopped at the alley. A wealthy man stepped out. He saw Muck, and his eyes changed. That dog is special. He called him. Muck didn't come. He offered good food. Muck looked, then turned away, ran back to Hung. The man smiled. Interesting. He turned to Hung. Sell me the dog. He offered a large sum of money. You're poor, the man said. He'll have a better life. Hung looked at Muck. Muck looked back, just waiting. Hung turned back, shook his head. He's not something to sell. Hung spoke slowly. I may be poor, but I'm not poor enough to sell the only thing that never left me. The man went silent, then smiled. You're richer than you think. He left. A week later, Hung got a job. Stable, not luck, a second chance. Life slowly improved. Food, money, but one thing never changed: Muck. One evening, Hung sat outside. The wind was gentle. He stroked Muck's head. Money helps me survive. He paused. But you kept me from giving up. Muck lay down. Right beside him, just like the first day, loyalty cannot be bought with money. And sometimes, the most valuable thing in life isn't what you own, but what never leaves you.